Hi everyone. Hello, Mankit. Are you joining?
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh. Hey guys.
Welcome everyone.
Oh.
It's mini-me.
Oh, hey, wait. Hey everyone. Sorry, I was too much into gaming right now. I mean, doesn't happen often that you can play games during office hours. So.
Mankit, did you grow or did I shrink?
I think I grew,
Yeah?
but not sure if it's in the correct size. I think more in the width. Not what I want. I want to be taller, not wider.
Yeah, so today we have a little bit of a different setup than what you're used to.
Yeah.
But that's also because we have a slightly different product than what you may be used to.
Exactly.
Because, Mankit, what were we going to talk about today?
The MEG Vision X AI. Okay, I'm not gonna throw a coin for the amount of time I say AI during this live stream. I'm not gonna do that. But I will say AI often, so yeah.
Are you also going to use AI?
Yeah, let the AI battle begin. But before we head into it, today we also have a giveaway. So we're gonna give away
All the way up there.
Steam wallet codes.
It doesn't. Wait,
Yeah.
my hand doesn't go that far.
But Michiel, if you can.
There. Go to msi.com/2/insider, or if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can also follow the direct link. There are bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes. That will lead you to Gleam. Within Gleam, you can perform several actions, and the more actions you perform, the bigger chance you have to win. And if you're a returning visitor, make sure to claim your loyalty bonus to get a slight edge in the giveaway.
Yep, so because it happens actually quite often that that somebody wins with a loyalty bonus, and so definitely every time you enter the stream, please enter again so that you get the loyalty bonus.
And we're giving away several Steam wallet codes today.
Yes. So, well, I know you guys want me to like show you how the thing works right away. Sadly, I can't. First, well, I can. I mean, I can, but let me shut down the game first. Sorry, I was too distracted.
Always gaming during work hours.
Yeah, I mean, okay, no, I can't say I can game at home because I can. I definitely can, and I am.
That's what you always do to avoid your girlfriend, right? You just go game.
No, not to avoid my girlfriend. I love my girlfriend. But
oh, sorry, I was supposed to say that out loud on stream, right? She may be in the chat.
But, of course, I have a presentation for you guys, as always, to talk about the product. So let's get right into it.
Hey, now we're more equal sized.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
That's a quick way to lose weight. Hey, wait a minute. Where did I leave it?
You're already leaving.
No. I think I left something at your table.
You left something at my table.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, got everything?
Yes, sir.
Chat is waiting for you.
Yes. So, he's trying to avoid someone else's girlfriend. Whose? But
I thought we were going to hear a very interesting secret now, but apparently not.
No. To be honest, I'm way too busy gaming to like hook up with another. The time I spend on that. I always
use that excuse as well.
The time I spend on that, I could gain so much gear. So yeah, no. Spoken like a true gamer, huh? But yeah. This is our MEG Vision X AI, and it has a well, all of them are you can get them with up to Intel Core Ultra 9. The reason we use these Core Ultra 9s is because the CPU has a NPU that's strong enough for Copilot. Additionally, I mean, you're getting our top product. So it makes sense that it comes with the best CPU that there is right now. But it also comes with the RTX 50 series, and right now in this system I have the RTX 5080. So that's gonna pack a punch when we're gonna play games later.
But if that's not enough, there are multiple SKUs with different hardware.
Yeah.
And you can also get a 5090 version, right?
Yes. But you can also get a SKU with a 5070 Ti as well. Is that a magnetic tablet holder on top of that case? No, it's not. Welcome everyone, welcome. But what's also special about this computer here, this gaming desktop, is that we use our own heatsinks with the RAM to make it run cooler. We also include up to PCIe Gen 5 SSDs, so you can choose between Gen 4 or Gen 5. It's up to you.
So that's dependent on the different configurations, right?
Yeah. So with this gaming desktop, you can really mix everything that you want, but up to 5070 Ti up to 5090, and then CPU wise, Core Ultra 7 or Core Ultra 9. And then SSD wise, it would be Gen 5 or Gen 4, up to you.
What are you using today?
A Gen 5.
Gen 5.
Yeah. Definitely gonna get the most out of it. And then it has a supplemental PCIe power. That's because the PSU that we're using is actually well, future-proof. So it has ATX 3.1.
Yeah.
And
PCIe 5.1.
Yeah,
But there's
PCIe
also the additional
5.1.
connector on the motherboard itself.
Yeah. And what we're also running on this PC is a Project Zero motherboard. So yeah. So this is a custom-made motherboard, as you can see, because it has the heatsinks are made with Vision on it. Normally,
So not for sale separately.
No.
Limited edition in this build.
No. If you want this motherboard, you gotta get our entire PC. But Project Zero means it's a back connect design, and that's what I'm gonna show you. The back connect design, because it's always interesting to see what that looks like, the back connect. So I'm gonna start screwing a little bit. I'll bring the camera to me. Hi, Jimmy.
So you're either gaming or screwing around.
Yep.
Classic.
So the screws that we use in this case, they're all the same.
All of them?
Yep. Even
in the whole build?
Yeah, even the even the power supply ones use this one.
Okay. Snare M is asking on YouTube chat, does the screen on the PC, is it Linux based or Windows?
Windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole PC indeed runs on Windows 11. And,
So you screw the screws on the side and then you lift it up. And knowing my past with cases, if I can do it, you definitely can do it. And then we go to this. So I'll show you what the back looks like with the side panel removed. So here you have a cover on which you can also put your 3.5-inch HDD and 2.5 as well. And then I'm gonna remove this from the side to show you the entire back connect design. Okay, screw-wise, I would say, let's say 80% the same screws, because this will not work with the fans.
So not all of it?
80%.
You lied, my kid.
That was my finger.
Your fan?
No, that was my finger.
Oh, the fan touched your finger, not your finger, the fan.
Yeah, the fan went to me.
Ah, he attacked you.
Yeah, that's what fans do, right?
So finger still on?
Yeah, no, I lost the finger.
Fan blade still on?
No, I lost the blade. But after removing the screws on the side, so I mean on the rear of the case, you can remove this side panel. So I'll show you guys on the camera what it looks like. So careful with your finger, because the fans are right here.
No, always when you upgrade your PC, switch off your PC.
Yeah, what I'm doing, don't copy it. You don't want to be screwing around with this turned on. And here you would put your 2.5-inch hard drive, and here you can put your 3.5-inch. And the mounting materials for your hard drives can be found in a box that comes with the product. Then I'm gonna put this on the floor. I'm gonna show you the back connectors. So here you can see the connectors are now in the back. So this is a what do you call that? Fan
RGB hub?
What?
The RGB hub, you mean?
The RGB hub for the PC. And then here you can see that everything is connected in the back, while normally it would be connected to the front. This one is a little bit harder to see. And here, yeah.
So this is indeed like we know from Project Zero in DIY builds. We have now basically integrated the same principle in a pre-built system.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, this is already cable managed, way better than I would have done it. So, like, look at this. This is cable managed. But now I'm going to remove the other side panel to show you guys the interior.
Beantown says, yeah, fans are evil.
Yeah.
Or was Monkit the evil person?
How says size doesn't matter? Wait, what do you mean how says size doesn't matter?
See another question in YouTube chat. How much M.2 SSD NVMe? I'm not sure if you mean like what is currently in there or like the number of M.2s.
Right now, there's only one being used in this case. But in general, let me think. At least more than one. That's something I'm certain. More than one.
There can be 2 or 10,000.
Not more than 3, I think. I think it was 3. I can
we can have a look.
Oh, right. There's one here.
Can you show us with the camera? Then we can also see the rest of the interior.
Well, let's see.
Let's have a guided tour inside this case.
So here, are you ready at that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So here you can see the heatsink.
Don't touch the fan, Monkit. Don't touch the fan.
No, just kidding. This is a customized heatsink for this computer. As you can see, it says Vision. Oh, Vision. And then it has a 360 AIO. And also a couple other fans from the side. And here you have the 5080. So here you have one M2 slot. And then down there, I think that's one, right?
Where?
Down there, is that one? Is that big enough? No.
Where?
Here, to the right.
Oh, next to the heatsink. I do see an M.2 slot there, behind the graphics card.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I see. So there's at least 2. Not sure if there's one at the back, but I can check that for you guys later. But as you can see here, normally the CPU connector would go there. So you can see that the connector is now on the back. And you can see that represented on the case, on the motherboard. Here are the same, the 24-pin. What do you guys think? The cableless, well, the 95% cableless build. What do you guys think about it, Project Zero? And this is the heatsink of our RAM, of the RAM that we're using here, I mean. It's a MSI heatsink. Ugh, I can't, I'm afraid I'll touch the fan if I go more. Ugh. Okay, wait.
Okay, Monkit. So it has space for one 2.5-inch drive. We saw that one in the tray on the back.
Yeah.
One 3.5-inch drive. That one is also in that tray on the back.
Yeah.
Then one Gen 5 M.2 slot and 2 Gen 4 M.2 slots.
So see, I thought it was 3, and it is 3.
You can count. Let's go.
So he admits it's him touching the fan now. We're touching each other.
Monkit was very intimate with
Lesson the coffee, hands too shaky. I don't drink coffee, I drink Monster. No, but to be honest, I think it's because of gaming, not even coffee or whatsoever. Oh.
Sethix is asking, so this won't be possible to buy outside this build if I just wanted the motherboard. No, this is specifically, this is a custom-made model specifically for this computer. So this is not one you can buy separately.
Exactly.
Of course, we do have a whole range of separate motherboards as well, also Project Zero ones, but not exactly this one.
let's continue. So as I talked about earlier, you have the 360 AIO and also some other fans on the side to match, to match it.
Yeah, you did notice those fans, right? You did notice those fans.
I did?
Yeah, because you touched it.
Yeah, okay, but that was from the back. From the front, I can see
but
it.
But that was those fans, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yep. Does MSI have cableless graphics card? Nope.
Not at this point, but
Not at this
never
point.
say never.
Yep. But we also have Silent Storm Cooling AI. So what has changed with the regular Silent Storm Cooling is that we also have added sensors on the SSD and the GPU. And that helps with regulating the temperature in this case. So in the past, it was everything was based on the CPU only.
Cheers,
but now
everyone.
we made it smarter, made it more efficient, so it helped with cooling a lot. And also the separated chamber helps with dissipating the cooling. So we have the power supply, as you saw earlier, in the back, and now the other parts are in the front. So that way it will not blow the heat from the power supply unit into the case itself. Asking for a friend, does it come with a wired Bluetooth? Does wired Bluetooth exist?
I love how you're even questioning.
Isn't Bluetooth always wireless? I'm a little confused.
So the question worked.
If you're asking if it comes with Bluetooth, yes. I wonder how secure to place is this huge GPU card? Can it be damaged in the shipping process? So Snare M from YouTube, to answer your question, normally we would put those foam that would expand inside the case so that everything stays in place. But there were also times that we actually ship the we'll take out the graphics card and then we'll just ship the PC, and then the graphics card will be placed separately, so you can mount it back in yourself, just to make it safer. But in general, when you're transporting a PC, doesn't matter what type of PC, always remove the graphics card, because like if you move too much, if it shakes too much, it can damage your graphics card.
I never remove my graphics card when I transport
not with Mini ITX though. If you're using a sandwich layout,
it depends very much on what kind of graphics card you're using, the size, the weight, but also your means of transportation. If you're gonna have a very bumpy road, then better be safe than sorry.
Yep.
So yeah, it depends on a lot of things.
A lot of factors.
The smartest thing to do. Hey, Monkit.
Yeah.
Usually it's us trolling you, but now the chat also starts trolling you with a wired
I don't like that, guys. Don't troll me. I don't know if you guys are trolling me or not. Even in the office, Michiel and Eric are trolling me. Not even kidding. So last week we had a barbecue, and they were wearing pink, and then they said, "Oh, didn't you know? There's a dress code. It's pink." I actually looked up the invite. Oh, it doesn't say so. And then they were just laughing, because I just believe everything that...
It was a pure coincidence that Eric and I were both wearing pink.
And I was like, oh no, I don't have anything pink in my wardrobe.
I love the look on your face when you thought you missed the dress code.
Yeah, because I'm like, what?
So yeah, Monkit has been a victim of trolling earlier this week.
I'm not gonna lie, trolling is kind of funny to you. I mean, if you like trolling me, if you like me sad, if you like to bully me like my colleagues, no, just kidding. No, it's fine. But this case, of course, has Mystic Light, and I'll show you guys how that works in combination with the screen here. That's encouraging, chat. You know that, right? I'll get better at recognizing trolling, I hope. The more often you do it.
May take a few years, but yeah, eventually you get used to it.
So here you have a screen. As you can see, lots of options. but I'm going to show you Mystic Light. So here at Mystic Light, you have the options that are available with this PC. And if you just click one of them, it changes. If you click the next one, yeah, guys, kind of cool, right?
So this changed in the whole PC, by the way. Right now
Yeah.
you can, of course, only see the LED strip on the front, but also the rest of the PC is
Yep.
changing.
But also, if you have all of your MSI Mystic Light supported gear together, and you actually connect it in MSI Center, you can make your whole setup have the same color, of course.
So your mouse, your keyboard, your monitor, whatever you like.
And then you have another flame. But yeah, we're gonna go back to steady. I don't want wave because there's green in it, and it's gonna make you guys think that there's something invisible with this case, which is not the case.
Not in this view.
Get it? Okay. Nobody saw the joke that I tried to make.
I think everyone was laughing behind their computers. Okay.
Really? Yay! No, just kidding.
At least pretend they are.
See, Sasko got it. In this case, I see what you did there. Let's continue. So on the back, we have two Thunderbolt 4 ports for fast connection. We ignored it. Okay. I'm gonna ignore you then, huh? What do you think about that? But we also have
You
Intel
just
Killer.
replied to him though. So that didn't work out.
But our Intel Wi-Fi adapter also includes Intel Killer. So I'm going to show you a demonstration of the software real quick. So what that does, it actually allows you to give prioritization on your connections, but it also allows you to copy your, well, if you use double shot, it doubles your bandwidth. At least that's what I...
Doubles depends, but it combines your bandwidth
Yeah.
of the multiple networking controllers.
Okay,
that you
so I'm
use.
going to put this a little bit here so you guys can see it better, I think. You guys have to bear with me because I can't twist my neck and then, you know, like control it. So here you go to prioritization engine and you can actually prioritize.
Did you connect the antennas?
No.
I can
Connection
see
is
it.
strong
because-
enough here.
Can you go back to the dashboard? It shows the Wi-Fi reception of the different networks here, and it is all so low, but it makes sense if you didn't connect
It makes
the
sense. I
antenna.
didn't connect the antenna. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm using cable, and it goes automatically for me. But if you go to priority, you can actually put the priority on the programs that you're using right now, so you can prioritize which program uses the most bandwidth. For example, let's say you're playing a game. I don't have a game on right now, but let's say you're downloading and you want Steam to have the highest priority. It uses the highest bandwidth. Then you change it to 1. And then, for example, Google Chrome, you want it to set to low because you're not really using it. Then most of the bandwidth will actually go to Steam. And these are things that you can play with. But if you use double shot, you can also, well, in this case, I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. Let me see, I think it was this one.
Some kid casually connecting without any antennas.
It's okay.
Don't do that at home, just connect the
Yeah.
antenna.
Connect your antenna. So here you can see, so you will turn off automatic priority mapping because you want to map this yourself. Oh. So. Oh, wait. What?
You need to switch on Double Shot Pro.
Oh.
There. And now you can adjust. No
Okay,
one
sorry.
saw that in chat, Monkey. Don't worry about it. You didn't see that, right,
But
chat?
here, for example, if you segmented your application to games, you can, for example, use cabled internet for games. But if you're looking at a stream, for example, You can put that on your Wi-Fi so that the Wi-Fi bandwidth is mostly being used for streaming. You can also do it with productivity, and if you're thinking, okay, web download, I want that on my Wi-Fi as well, you can do that. Click apply, and done.
And for each of the programs, you can, by the way, define in which group it is, and
Yeah.
you can also adjust the order of the groups.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you want to have streaming at a higher priority than gaming, then you can switch that order around as well.
Yep, and that you can do. I forgot where you can do that. Oh, here, sorry, here.
Yeah, so you can move them up and down.
Yep. But let's go back to. Oh, you already switched.
Yeah, I'm very fast.
So
very
at
low
MSI
latency.
But at MSI, we also have other types of PCs, and we segment them, of course. So we have PCs that only have the 10 plus tops, and that's dependent on the CPU. So those are tops from the NPU in the CPU, and those will be classified as AI PC. But then we have Copilot Plus PCs, so those are CPUs that have 40 plus tops, so that you can run Copilot Plus. And then you have MSI AI gaming PCs, and those have 200 and plus tops. And for the people that are unfamiliar with what TOPS does, TOPS actually allows you to run AI applications more efficiently. So the higher number of TOPS, the better the AI application will run.
And to be more specific, this is about local AI applications. So this doesn't include AI
like
applications that, for example,
ChatGPT.
run in the cloud
Yeah.
that you may know.
Mm-hmm.
So like ChatGPT and stuff, that's like a browser-based thing. It will run in an external server, so it doesn't use the AI processing power of your PC.
Question, so just to be clear, you can run Wi-Fi and an Ethernet connection at the same time and have each one of them doing separate functions?
Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's exactly what it does. But of course, you need it connected because as you saw earlier, I didn't connect to a Wi-Fi yet, so I couldn't prioritize what each connection does. So don't forget.
I think technically, I've never tried this, but I think technically you could even connect to two completely different networks. So if you may, for whatever reason, have two internet connections available
At home, yeah.
and if you connect to separate networks, I think you can also define your
Yeah, because
usage
earlier,
over different ones.
if you look at Wi-Fi, we could have connected to any Wi-Fi connections here, and you could still separate the priorities to each. So let's say I was going to use the product the LAN connection here for gaming, and a Wi-Fi connection that's connected to another router with a different internet connection. You could use the full bandwidth for one for gaming and the other to download. I have a router sitting around. I might try that. If you have two internet connections, yeah, try it. Of course, you would need. You would be. No, I'm not gonna be a good router, but I would need a good router and good internet. Well, let's talk about AI HMI. So AI HMI is this interface, and HMI stands for Human Media Interface. But Mike also had a different name for it.
I did.
Yeah.
For the screen.
Yeah.
13-inch touchscreen?
No, you called it HC.
No.
Right?
I said like a person interacting with a computer. That one is commonly referred to as human-computer interaction. That's how it's called in research, for example. So HCI. So you have HCI principles, and that's how a human interacts with technology. So this is also an example of human-computer interaction because you're doing stuff with technology in this case.
Would that not confuse apps like Steam? No, because Steam would fall into one of the categories that you assign it to. So, for example, app download, web download, gaming, productivity. So if you put Steam in one of those and you assign, for example, you have put Steam in gaming, and then you assign gaming to the Ethernet connection, then the Ethernet connection will be used for Steam. And then the Wi-Fi connection will not be used for Steam. So no, it doesn't confuse apps. You just have to assign it correctly. But this screen has, it's 13-inch, but then in portrait mode, it's full HD, so 1920, well, 1080 times 1920. I have to switch that one up because it's different. Also, it's an IPS panel, and it's a touchscreen, as you noticed earlier. But additionally, there's also a mic and speaker, and these are on the other side. I can show you real quick with the phone. Not sure if you can see it because of the lighting here, but you see like these small holes. That's the speaker and mic. And well, to be honest, I'm going to showcase some of the functions. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. So auto switch. When the PC will have auto switch enabled. So let's say I'm watching media. For example, I'm watching a movie on my PC. It actually automatically switches to the entertainment mode on your screen. And what happens is that the applications are different. The interface itself changes. But you can also go to, if you start something like Word, it will change into working. And you will have different applications. For example, people that use Microsoft Teams or Word or PowerPoint, will have quick launch icons there. So I'm going to show you real quick how that, I'm going to show you what that looks like actually. Before that, I'm going to take a sip of my drink because my throat is getting a little bit dry.
Thirsty boy. APK is asking, does it auto-detect like games and applications?
What do you mean, the PC? Yes. That's what I'm going to show you guys. So Michiel, he did a great setup of how everything would look. So here in the bottom, that's me. Then you have my screen capture, and then you have we have another camera here that will actually show you what happens on the case. So this way you will see that everything that I'm doing right now, it happens instantaneously. So for example, I'm gonna turn on Word. Let's see, Word. Oh, whoops.
Looks like someone doesn't have a license.
Oh no. I hope it's not the license that, oh no. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start with media player. Media player. Oh, that also happens, of course.
So that also works. You can drag stuff to that screen.
Yep. Wait a quick moment. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry. I didn't click this one. That was my bad, guys. I didn't have an AI engine on. Okay. See?
So what was the button you just...
No. I had to turn on AI engine because somebody was asking,
Yeah.
Does it auto-detect games and apps? Yes, but you need AI engine on. The AI engine actually observes your behavior on the PC, so it will make the switch for you. But if you don't like that, if you don't like...
So we will see all the nature websites you're visiting.
Nature?
Just kidding.
I don't go outside.
Oh.
You do.
This doesn't make it any better.
But let's say I'm done with Word. I want to watch a movie. Did I turn? No. No, wait, not this one. Media player. Sorry. Wrong player. It changes here to entertainment, but if you want the PC to actually detect what application you're using to make use of this function so that it changes automatically for you, you go to MSI Center, you go here, and then actually here you can add, let's see, you need to go to, let's see, here, and then AI engine, wait, oh sorry, I didn't click AI engine. Where is AI engine here? My bad. Add app. So here at add app, you can select the applications that you have on your PC. So let's say one of your games is not recognized as a game, it's recognized as nothing. Then I can, for example, add Monster Hunter Wilds, and that will see Monster Hunter Wilds as a game. But you guys want to see if it actually works or not, I'll remove it from games, and I'll put it to meeting, for example. So if it's working, then if I turn Monster Hunter Wilds, it will go to meeting. See? It goes to meeting. So you can make exceptions of what interface you want it to go to. But that's not all, of course. Maybe you don't like all of these profiles here. Maybe you want something that's personal. Then you can actually make a personal profile. So that also happens with MSI Center. Then here you have to go to gaming gear, you go to your PC, then you actually click on the plus. Oh, I need to turn off the game first. Please consult the doctor before you know. Let me turn off the game. Yes. So here, this was my new profile. It's called Customize 2 right now. I will call it Hobby. You click on Apply, and then here, you can click on Hobby. So right now, it's empty because everything here is empty. So with my hobby, let's say I'm playing a game. I want audio control. So I want to control the audio, how loud everything is. I want to know how my PC is performing. I will put OSD control here. So for the people that do not know what OSD control is, it means on-screen display control. So that's actually the controls of your monitor. You can do that through MSI Center as well, and through the screen. I want to know what time it is because I don't want to play games too long. Lie. Mystic light, and let's say that's enough for now. So then I will click on apply, and it appears on your screen. But for hardware monitoring, it's empty right now. That's because I have not selected anything here yet in MSI Center. So here you can turn on the functions that you want to see. For me, when I'm playing games, I want to know what the usage is, the temps, same for my CPU, and the FPS doesn't really matter to me because I already know that it's running pretty efficient. So right now here you can see what the CPU temp is, CPU usage, GPU temp, and GPU usage. But if you don't like this wallpaper, you want something else, that's also possible. Then you actually go to theme setup, and with theme setup you can click on the plus. You can use videos because as you can see, the wallpaper that we are using right now here on the screen, it's moving. So it's either a video or a GIF. But for example, I'm going to use an image right now. Do I have any images? I'll just use the MPG wallpaper that you see here on our PC. I'll click that one, click this, click on apply, and boom. You customize your wallpaper on the AI HMI. And these are like the functions that you can do. Another example of the OSD control. So here you can see that if I just click on one of them here, you get all the options that you normally get on your monitor. So for example, instead of RPG, I want premium color. Instead of movie, I want sRGB.
Let me make your camera a bit bigger so it's easier to see. Can you show it again?
Yeah. Let me also put a more, let me put on a game that actually shows you guys how big of a difference it actually makes, and that it actually, that the change is happening. For example, right now I have Smart Crosshair on, I turn that off. Because, oh, oops, I turn it on, off. Oh, my mouse is there, that's why. So right now, I have this game on. So right now this looks pretty dark. So if I turn on night vision, AI, it changes the color. So you can do everything like through this OSD here. Instead of like having to reach out to here and then selecting everything and having like this disrupted, you can just change it from the screen.
So
here.
Mankit, that basically means you have all your cheats on your disposal on your right.
Yes. I wouldn't call it cheats, I would call it a crutch.
No. These kind of crosshairs are not in the game for a reason, Mankit. That's cheating.
Will the display work without MSI Center? Well, if you want to use it as a second monitor, then yes. Because how this display is connected, it's actually connected to the iGPU of the CPU. So on the motherboard, there's a connection that goes to the screen, and that connection is connected to your CPU. But if you want to use the functions of the AI HMI panel without MSI Center, no, that will not work. Well, except the built-in functions, but if you want to use like AI engine, then that will not work. So if you wanted to auto-detect the applications that you're using, that will not work.
And also like the monitoring features and stuff, that all runs through MSI
Yeah,
Center.
my MSI Center, because MSI Center has a monitoring tool built in, and you would need that to actually read out everything here, the temps and stuff. Excellent view of Monkey's bald spot. Yeah, I'm getting older. Comes with age.
And then we're already saving you in the chat.
And hereditary.
Melted cheese already mentioned. That's just a light reflection from the spotlight.
Yeah, that too makes it worse.
They already came up with an excuse for you. That's kind of nice.
Thank you, melted cheese. Oh, I just slapped the mic. Sorry, guys. Is there a list somewhere what settings AI has changed? What do you mean what settings AI has changed? You mean like AI engine? Because that is something that you can configure yourself in MSI Center. But let's continue. Oh, taking my mouse again. So what I showed you earlier, system information at a glance. And there you actually see another mode that I can show you guys here as well. It's called easy mode. Well, actually, I'm going to show you guys later because it's also later in my PowerPoint. Operate the MSI screen more easily. Show you that as well. And the floating icon. Okay, so for people that actually do not want to have this interface on their screen, you can actually minimize it.
And then it's just a regular secondary screen, right?
Yeah.
So you can just drag whatever window from your monitor to the other side.
So for example, I want to put, I don't know, Notepad, Note. oh no, wait, note. You can put that here. Oh no. But if you wanted to come back, you would just press on the floating icon.
And that one you can also drag around, so you
Yeah.
can decide if you want to have it in the bottom right corner, for example.
If you're interested in, if you want it in your monitor, you can also put it there.
But then, nothing happens when you touch it.
No,
Because that's not a touch
because
screen.
this is not touch, so that you can click with your mouse.
So it doesn't make sense to put it there.
Yeah, no. Much rather have fans pulling in air over a display at front. It's a personal preference.
You still do have the intake
Yeah,
fans, but
you
now they're
have the
located
intake
at the
here
side.
from the side.
Yeah.
And then you also have one in the back, and then AIO from the top. So it's not like you're losing. Like airflow is still going to be good. BC Murray, you were saying that learn from how you use the system and change the settings in those regards. Yes, but you can also personalize it if you want to. That's why it makes it more flexible within MSI Center. So it learns, but it can also, you can also make exceptions. Just for example, how I made Monster Hunter, how I made that into a meeting app, even though it's a game. I have 30 terabytes of SSD. Whoa. Okay, that's a different story.
But you do still have active cooling, because
Yeah.
you still have the intake fans. They're just moved to the side.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's continue. Oh, turned off. And then I showed you earlier how to change your wallpaper, so you can showcase your unique style. If you have
unique style, then yes.
Yes. For example, at home I have a wooden interior on my gaming setup, so I would want something that's warm on the screen.
Like a campfire.
Yeah. that would actually be quite nice.
Or like kitten pictures.
Not for me.
No?
No.
Okay.
And then you can customize functions. I don't think I showed you guys how to do that. So you can actually rearrange the order of the programs that you have selected earlier. So if I go back to MSI Center, here you can actually change the order. For example, I want hardware monitoring on the top, and I put the clock on in the middle. Click apply. Oh, I have to go back to hobby, of course, because I changed that one. But even with the regular profile, so let's say you want to change gaming. Oh, oops, fat finger. Let's say, I don't find some of these functions, I don't find them important. You can remove them and rearrange accordingly. For example, I want hardware monitoring on top and Mystic Light, click apply, and it changes. So very flexible.
I see a very good question in chat. APK is asking, can we use wallpaper engine for the Arva display?
Ooh,
I think,
no.
are you sure? Because it recognizes it as a monitor, as a second display. And I think that's how wallpaper engine
If you guys
uses it, right?
want to, I can test it. But should I risk it? I have wallpaper engine, so I can try it for you guys. But to be honest, I don't think it works, because the theme setup that I showed you guys earlier, it's something that that you have to upload to it itself.
Yeah, but now, basically, now you're forcing your interface over the wallpaper. But if you have, with your floating icon, when you close it, I think that should work with wallpaper engine,
yeah,
right?
of course. No, that works. No, that works for sure. Wait.
Because basically it just recognizes it as a second monitor.
Wallpaper. Wall. I can install that really quick. Okay, then let's continue with the rest, and then I'll show you guys if it works or not. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about easy mode. So earlier you saw that the layout can also be changed, and that can be done through another button, and that's here. So here on the top it says, okay, I gotta be careful with my fat finger, easy. So here you have an easy view, and you can actually see the temperatures of everything if you click on the dots, but you can also remove it, of course. But you can also look at others, like remove this, but you can also change the layout of this as well.
Hello, Lava. Welcome, welcome. Lava has a very good use case already for your screen. I can fit so many meme gifs on that bad boy.
Oh no, you're good. Imagine purchasing this just for the memes.
Sounds like a proper use case. Or cat videos.
But if you want to reorganize this, it's fully possible. You go to MSI Center again, you go to easy mode, and here you can change the the sections here, what you want it to be. For example, right now it's media controller, player control panel, but let's say I want system diagnostics. You click on apply, and you have system diagnostics here. But let's say, oh, I don't care about Mystic Light, I want to have my OSD controls here, and here you can change it. Here you go back. So things like that, and then your favorite. What my favorite means, it's actually the applications that you want here for it to quick launch. So one of the things I love is Copilot, because it's called AI HMI. So we got to make use of AI, right? Right? And I'm gonna make use of the ports here on the side. No, not the ports, I mean the mic and the speaker on the side, so I can have a conversation. Watch anime while gaming. I would want it to be on a landscape if I were to watch anime. Oh, another thing that's really fun. If you watch streams regularly, I do that quite often, you can actually, when creating your own personal profile, I call it MSI, you can actually just click on this and drag it here, and boom, have your stream right here. Isn't that perfect, guys?
I don't see a stream, I only see ads.
Oh!
By the way, if you want to do this, use the, for example, now we're using Twitch, use the mobile version of Twitch, because then you see the chat below.
Yeah, this is not this is not the regular view.
No, but it makes sense, because mobile, of course, is made for a portrait view, whereas normally on a desktop you will watch in landscape.
Yeah. And the way to do that, you just put an M before.
Oh, this is a real monkeyception on that screen.
Ooh, I can see myself.
I'm not sure if the world is ready for multiple monkeys.
We have 3 monkeys here now. I got my debit card out now just because I wanted for the memes. I was really going to buy it, but misunderstood because I thought it was just buying a motherboard. No, 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 no. It's the whole thing.
This is the whole PC, yeah.
You know what's even funnier? We actually discussed it earlier. If you do not connect a monitor, this will act as a monitor instead, because this is connected to the iGPU. Meaning, you already have a portable gaming PC just by itself. Well, portable. I mean, this thing is not exactly light. But yeah, you could just take this to, like, I don't know, a LAN party, and just use this as your screen. And if you want it to be on landscape mode, just
put it on the side.
Yeah, but Lava Predator, just put it on the back and boom, it's landscape. You don't even need a monitor. It's 13-inch, so it's enough.
What do you mean you cannot play World of Warcraft in portrait mode? Just make sure you have a very tall character. They're all good.
Yeah, just see just watch your character and that's it.
Very tall one.
Or make your or your character will just be really cropped up. No, but really, if I were to like disconnect the monitor right now, this will still keep running. But additionally, I think it's also really nice to use it for troubleshooting. Let's say your display is not turning on, and you wonder what's happening. Why don't I get any display? This will give you a display, so you'll know that okay, it's not my system. It might be the cable, or it might be the display itself. Things like this are actually quite can come in quite handy.
Yeah, but maybe gaming is not the most useful use case because it does run on the integrated graphics of the Intel CPU.
But for the people that play, for example, Valorant, can still run Valorant.
You can run that on integrated CPU.
Yeah, or CSGO can run it.
The positive thing on the other side, of course, is that you don't have any additional load from this screen on your regular GPU.
Because this is connected to your CPU, so CPU gets the load of what's happening here.
Yeah, the integrated graphics on the CPU, yeah.
I know Michiel will just stream his beer fridge webcam, just so he'll know what's left in stock.
That's very true.
Michiel, that's actually quite smart.
It is, that's a very good use case.
Sorry, I missed it. What resolution is the screen? 1080 times 1920, because it's in portrait.
I would get very thirsty all the time though. Then you watch to your right and you see all those beers on display on the front of your PC.
Is there any restriction to the mainboard size? This is micro ATX. Yeah, micro ATX. It's not a mini ITX. Oh. So size-wise, no restrictions. Resolution told you full HD. 1020 because you're counting it this way, so then 1020 times 19.
1080.
Oh, 1080 times 1920.
Correct.
If I change the platform to AM5, would it work? No. Because the monitor is connected to the CPU, but through a different port. I can show you guys in a bit. But before that, wallpaper engine is ready, and let's test.
Yeah, you would be missing the internal header for that you need for the screen.
Yes. I want this back. Okay, then I'm going to turn this one off. I'm gonna minimize this, turn this off as well. Let's go.
Adam is asking in Twitch chat, what is the screen quality like? What about nits? How bright is it?
Well, I don't think, oh wait, I have to put this back here. I don't think the brightness here has been put to the highest. Let's see, I think brightness was at the, no, here. Oh no, this is the brightest.
But it is quite bright because it's still very well readable and we have a lot of studio lights running.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have a nits meter. I would have done it, but yeah. But I can ask for you guys if you, and then I can tell you next live stream. I'm not gonna start it automatically.
Yeah, I think it is a nice screen, but it's clearly not meant for gaming. It's also a 60 Hz screen, so it's not a high refresh rate one. No lava, unfortunately. No G-Sync Ultimate on the screen on the front.
Let's see if it works. Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Will this work with it? No. Sadly, no, because it's built in. But you could do something like this. So yeah, it works with wallpaper engine, but to be honest, that was to be expected because it's a display that can be touched. Yeah. Perfect, right?
DB is asking, would this explode on Linux?
Will this what?
Explode on Linux.
That I do not know.
Probably not. It would probably also work on Linux, but it would just be a secondary monitor because of course you do need the software support for all the additional functions.
Let's see. Apologies, I barely tuned in. My question is, can I put an MSI MEG ZA90 godlike motherboard in the setup?
MSG? Makes
MSG?
it good?
No, MSI.
Huh?
MSG, you wanted to have some flavoring? No, it wouldn't work because it's missing the connector. But I can show you guys on the cam here.
But also, Godlike would be way too big. It's
it's not
micro ATX
micro
motherboard,
ATX,
and the
yeah.
Godlike is an extended ATX motherboard.
Yeah. So that would be this connector here, the white one. That one's actually connected to the screen, to the CPU to give you video. If you are handy and want to risk it, you can try soldering it and putting in another one. But
other motherboards don't have that output.
Yeah.
So that's specific to the motherboard.
So I would not do that because that will void your warranty. I'm currently saving for a PC with 5060 Ti 8 gigabytes with i5 14400F. Is that good specs? Depends. What are you playing? What type of monitor are you running? Those are things that you need to take into account when you buy a PC. When I buy a PC, well, I build it myself, of course. I like to build. The first thing I do is what resolution am I gonna play on, and then I base my hardware on that. So if you're playing Full HD, that will definitely be enough. But if you're playing 1440p, that will still be pretty decent with 5060 Ti and that CPU, right? Right, Mike? Or would that be too low?
If you go for the 8GB version, that would be okay for 1080p gaming. If you go for higher resolution, I would go for a graphics card with more VRAM.
Okay.
But of course, it depends very much on the games you play. Like if you play esports titles, it will be perfectly fine.
Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox. I don't know what Schedule 1 is, but play on 1080p.
Schedule 1, I also don't know, but the other three, 1080p, it's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say if you go 1440p or up, go for a bit more VRAM.
Yeah. But even with those specs, you could play 1440p on those titles.
On those titles, yes.
Yeah.
But if you play,
That's
if you want to play other
Cyberpunk,
titles
yeah.
as well, if you want a bit of future proofing, more VRAM would help.
DisplayPort. I think this will be. No, actually, I'm not going to answer the question because I don't know. I'll ask you. I'll ask what type of connection it is, Skeets. I'm not going to give you a wrong answer. I don't have VRAM issues on 1440p with a 3060 Ti 8 gigs, but it's pretty close in some titles. Yeah, it also depends with what you find acceptable regarding FPS. If you're gonna like put things on low, for example, to get the FPS, and you're gonna use, and you want to play on 1440p with those settings, then yeah, it's not gonna take all of your VRAM, of course. I mostly play on 1440 times 1080, and when using normal 1920 times. It's 1440 times 1080? Does that still exist?
It's probably a full HD screen with black bars to change the aspect ratio. So for example, if you want to play competitively, some people prefer
then
4:3.
you probably use that for Fortnite as an example. Oh man, those are resolutions that I'm not really familiar with because I'm always playing on 1690 or 16 by 9 or 16 by 10. But yeah, wallpaper works. Now I'm actually gonna play a game and use AI to help me. Wait, where did I? Oh. Okay, so wait, where did I just put the floating icon? I think Wallpaper Engine overrode it. Or not. Maybe it's clashing with what did I just do?
Did you break it? You know what that means, right? You break it, you buy it.
I think I just broke it. I think it's clashing with Wallpaper Engine. Because now it's not appearing anymore. Let me see if I can perhaps...
But it shouldn't be in your wallpaper, right?
Yeah, but I just touched it and then it disappeared. You know what? If I reboot it, it'll be back, but...
CDSK is asking, had to step away. Did we touch any more fans?
Did we touch any more fans? No.
I hope we're still talking about PC fans here.
Alexa 360 no scope this fool. Do you think MSI will release the case as a standalone product too? No.
No, we don't have any plans at this point.
No.
However, if you're interested in a screen for a separate case, we did show one of those as well at Computex. So if you check out our Computex live stream, you'll find a little bit more details. And that one you can actually build inside for example, a 360mm radiator spot. So you can have like a large screen also inside your case.
What you can do is buy the PC and then sell the parts. That's another workaround. If you really want the case, then yeah.
Okay, you're rebooted. By the way, do you know what time it is?
A giveaway.
It is. So if you haven't participated yet, make sure to do so. Go to msi.com/2/insider, or if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, just follow the direct link that our bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes on Twitch and YouTube. Let me see if I can find today's giveaway.
Yeah, why is it? Oh, no, never mind. Ignore. Okay. I'm not gonna use. Shall I use MSI? No, I want gaming.
Okay, and our first winner for today. There we go. The honor is all yours.
Sir Khaled.
Sir Khaled, congratulations. You won our first Steam wallet code for today. So if you're already signed up, no need to do anything again. You'll automatically be included in the next drawings. To Sir Khaled, congrats. Keep an eye on your mailbox, then we'll email the code to you in the coming days with some instructions on how to redeem it.
Hey, it's a solution. Yep. Congrats.
Is your icon back?
Yeah.
Nice.
If I just do this, it's back.
Ah,
see?
Nice.
I think it was clashing with Wallpaper Engine because now I have it turned off. It's not on, and this works again. So. Now, I can actually push this through with HQ to make sure that it also runs with Wallpaper Engine.
Yeah, that's good feedback.
But I was playing Black Myth, Wukong, and I'm so in desperate need of some guidance, so I'm going to use AI.
To cheat?
No, not to cheat. AI is going to help me.
That sounds like cheating.
No.
APK says sorry because you had to restart your PC. All good, APK.
No, that's fine.
He'll get over it eventually.
If you have requests, if you have questions, we're here to answer them.
And to try stuff out.
Yeah, exactly. It's also good for us to know because now I know that Wallpaper Engine will not run, like it might clash with our interface. So that means most likely we can fix this by another update.
Yeah, so we can feedback this to our software team so they can have a look why that is the case and if they can solve it.
Yep. Copilot. All right, guys. Okay, for now, I'm not gonna use Copilot. If I keep dying, I'll ask Copilot something.
So basically, AI will tell you what to do.
Yes.
Why? Can't you think for yourself?
No. That's why I use AI for these tasks. I don't need to think. I just need to play.
And have Copilot think for you.
If there are people that are wondering what screen I'm using the MPG 322 URX. So it's our 4K 32-inch OLED. So yes, this is a 32-inch. Oh no. Oh. Oh, this is so much better on a controller. Should have used a controller. Oh. Oh, I'm dead. I need help.
Hi again, Star.
Hey, I need some help. Can you help me defeat a boss on Black Myth Wukong? Hello? Did I turn on the mic? Yeah. Hello, can you hear me? Why are you not listening to me?
I'm here.
Copilot doesn't
Oh,
support
you can hear
cheating
me.
either.
Oh, sorry. Can you help me defeat a boss on Black Myth Wukong?
I wish I could jump in the game with you, but I can't play games. I can give you some strategies or tips if you'd like. What's getting you trouble?
I'm at the beginning of the game and I am dying all the time. What should I do?
Starting out can be tough. In Black Myth Wukong, focus on learning boss patterns first. Dodge and parry to avoid damage, then strike when there's an opening.
But
Level up.
I'm bad at memorizing patterns. What kind of advice can you give me then? Okay, maybe it's my clicking that's disturbing you. Help! I'm dying again! Help! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what the? I died again. What do I do?
Don't worry. Try slowing down a bit. Watch the boss's movements and react to openings. Practice makes perfect. Don't let a few defeats get you down. You've got this.
But I died like 100 times.
It's okay. Every defeat is a lesson. Maybe try a different approach or explore other areas to level up. Persistence is key. Deep breath, learn from each try, and you'll get there. Let's go.
Wow, that was very encouraging. It tells me to keep trying. It tells me not to give up. Copilot can help you there. What do you mean?
Play the game yourself.
AI should say get good or skill issue.
Get good in a different way.
Play Tetris. No, that's a different game.
Okay, Mankit, I have to admit there is one game where I may also cheat with AI. And that's Anno 1800. because you always need to have like a certain balance of certain buildings. So you could, for example, ask if I have 2 mills, for example, how many bakeries do I need?
Oh, yeah.
That stuff, because now usually I have a second screen where I usually have this stuff open, but I have to scroll all the way through it to find all the different materials in Anno. That will be useful with this.
I can tell you that you don't need AI. Why? Am I that good? Haha, thank you. What a compliment.
My kid needs all the help he can get.
I imagine you were 7 years old and heard that speech. What do you mean? Oh, that persistence is key? Yeah. Is Copilot running locally? No, not that I know. No. Right now, I'm not
This
using...
feature is not, no.
No. The feature I'm using now, running now, is not local.
But there are other Copilot features. Of course, that you
Calculate
can
the
run
factory input-output for factorial. See, you can do stuff like this. I don't think I have a game where I would actually use these functions. Do I? Age of Empires? Perhaps? Yeah, probably something like that. I wonder what Gemini says. You can try that, but you need to buy this first. It's better than the PC I have now. I mean, this PC, at least this SKU, so the version that I have right here, it has the 5080 and the i9, but you can also get one with 5090, and then you would have the top of the top. But right now, the starting price, is 4,299, and that would be a Core Ultra 7 with a 5080.
That's US dollar?
No, that's euros.
Oh, euro.
Yeah. And for the 5090 SKU and a Core Ultra 9, that will be 5,999, so 6,000.
And in US dollar?
No, euros.
No, but what is the price in US dollar?
Convert that to US dollars. We can use AI to do that. Does Copilot watch your screen to assist me in games? No, no. That's something it does not do.
So my kid, ask AI to convert that to US dollar.
Do you want me to do that?
Of course. Not everyone is familiar with euros.
Hello.
Hey there, don't sweat it. Each loss teaches you something new.
No. I don't want to talk about my losses at Wukong. Please stop. I want to convert currencies. Can you do that for me?
Absolutely. I can help with that. What currencies are you looking to convert?
I want to convert 6,000 euros to USD.
I can't access real-time exchange rates right now, but I recommend checking a reliable currency conversion tool for the most up-to-date rate. Would you like me to...
Wait. Again? What did you want to say? Sorry, I interrupted you. Okay, now it's thinking, I think. Oops. It was trying to say something and, oh wait. Can you convert 6,000 euros to United States dollars? Please? I'm wondering if please
That's
helps.
what you get when you interrupt her.
Oh no, I interrupted her. Wait, again. Hello?
Hey there, converting...
Oh no, I interrupted her again. Hi there. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's up?
Can you convert 6,000 euros to United States dollars? Please.
Okay, converting 6,000 euros to US dollars. Hold on while I fetch the latest rate. Right now, 6,000 euros converts to about 7,000 US dollars. Keep in mind, rates fluctuate, so it might vary slightly by the time you check.
Okay, thank you. It's at $7,000.
Sure thing.
Why did I have to add
right
please?
now, 6,000 euros is roughly 7,000
Well, I've
US
already
dollars.
mentioned, I swear she has a
Exchange rates do
personality. I
change,
just heard
so
her
it's
say.
good to check for the
I don't
latest.
want this voice. I want a different voice. I want a man. Wait, is this
What
a
do you
guy?
think? Could we
Let me
make
check.
a good brainstorming duo? Let's get
No.
I can get philosophical, creative, or poetic if you like.
Hi there.
Hey, converting 6,000 euros to US dollars, it's roughly $7,000, but rates can vary. Always smart to check the latest for the exact amount.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's all. Oh, wait, can you give me a recipe for a dish to cook tonight?
Absolutely. How about a classic spaghetti aglio e olio? You'll need spaghetti, garlic,
And I thought this
olive
live stream
oil,
would be about
red
computer
pepper
hardware.
flakes, parsley, and parmesan.
Okay,
Cook
thank
the-
you. Okay, so this guy does
Sure
not
thing.
have an attitude
How
because he
about,
answered me right away.
spaghetti aglio e olio? You'll need spaghetti,
So you need to be
garlic,
very careful in
olive
who
oil,
you
red
pick
pepper flakes,
within
parsley, and
Copilot.
parmesan. Cook the pasta. Saute sliced garlic.
Olio. I don't know what it was trying to say. I think like
That's pasta aglio e olio.
yeah, but it tried to say like in a very, I think,
Italian way.
Italian voice. And
With
then
the
it-
hand,
and then
the
it just turned
gesture.
into olio. But yeah, I showed you before. You can customize the bottom part of your easy mode as well. And here you have a global overview of the Vision X AI and what it has to offer. And yeah, I mean, if you would get a 5090 and a Intel Core Ultra 9, you would have up to 13400 plus tops. And yeah, regarding weight, here you can see it's, oh man, that's hard to read. 18 kilograms?
Yeah, 18.23.
18 kilograms. Yeah, portable, right? Portable gaming PC. I would bring this. To be honest, I would bring this and a portable monitor and then put the portable monitor on top of this and then have a secondary monitor on the bottom and have one on the top.
And that's the situation where your actual monitor is almost smaller than the one on your PC.
Yes. But yeah, that EU voice was just yeah, she was. I had to add please everywhere before she would
You
respond
always
to
should, my
me.
kid. She's just teaching you some manners.
Yeah, but the man, he was just like, yeah, sure, I got a recipe for you right here. And with the woman, it's like, let me calculate that for you. Is Vision X AI exclusive to this build? What do you mean? Because that's
The build is called Vision X.
yeah, exactly.
And it comes in different SKUs, so you have different configurations.
For example, you could get more storage, or you could get a different CPU. This one has a Core Ultra 9. You can get a Core Ultra 7.
And
We
this
could
one has a
also get
5080, but you can
yeah,
also get one with a 5090.
5090. Combinations vary, and then you would actually have to ask your local reseller which SKUs that they have available. But then also the price varies. So like I said earlier, the lowest SKU would be the 5080 and a Core Ultra 7. That would go for 4,299 euros. I can ask again in dollars, but let's skip that for now. But if you want at least a 5090 and a Intel Core Ultra 9, that would go for 6,000 euros. And converted to current rates, $7,000. But of course, ask your local reseller for the exact price.
And also the euro price includes sales tax, so VAT.
Yeah. And
So that's, I think they calculate with 20%, so that also differs a bit depending on your region. If you're in a region with the higher VAT, then it may be somewhat higher. If you're in a region with lower VAT, maybe somewhat lower.
That's why it's hard for us to say like MSRPs in general, like globally, because you have different tax rates.
Yeah, but like in the United States, it's usually
It's the price
communicated without the sales tax. And in euros, it's always including the sales tax. So that can be a bit confusing then.
But yeah, this thing packs a punch, and let's see. Do any of you guys have any other questions? But another thing, actually, with AI engine, you can also disable certain functions where it would do those things automatically for you. So earlier I said you can adjust MSI AI engine, and that's of course possible. But if you, for example, if you don't want it to mess up with your light, you can turn it off. I have that here turned off, and I want to have full control of Mystic Light myself. So I don't want it to observe what I'm doing. I want to do that myself. I don't want it to change. Then turn that off. But if you want AI engine to look what you're doing, and based on what you're doing, change the lights on your, for example, on your case or your peripherals, then you can do that. But yeah. Should we do another giveaway?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting hungry.
I'm back.
Talking about spaghetti.
Maybe you can already announce our next live stream.
No, wait.
Oh.
I have another thing to talk about.
Oh, I will move it again. Are we going to have more conversations with AI?
No. Oh, wrong mouse. Oh, what did I do? Oh.
But I will do another giveaway. So our next winner for today's giveaway is Darooks. Congratulations, you also won a Steam wallet code. So please keep an eye on your mailbox. We'll email the code to you in the coming days with some instructions on how to redeem it. If you haven't participated yet, go to msi.com/2/insider or follow the direct link that our bot puts in the chat on Twitch and YouTube once every 5 minutes.
Not sure if you guys have. Oh wait, we're gonna do the. Okay, sorry. I'm getting a little bit too distracted. Too many things here going on. The next two winners are.
No, I already announced the winner.
Oh.
Good morning, Monkit.
Nice. Let me turn back around.
So let's get back to you.
Yeah. Right now we have a promotion going on with the game Wuchang Fallen Feathers. It's a new game that's coming out, I think, next week.
Yeah, I think the 24th of July, I believe.
Yeah. Right now we have a running promotion. Maybe you can talk a little bit
Can you switch to that English page?
Oh, right. It's in Dutch.
Because this one detects your IP address, and we're located in the Netherlands, so it switches everything to Dutch.
Can I just... No. Can I? No.
Just go to uk.msi.com.
uk.msi.com. And then...
What's new?
Oh.
Promotions.
Promotions.
There you go.
So yeah, maybe you can talk a little bit more about this.
Yeah, so with selected cases and power supplies, you get a free copy of Wuchang Fallen Feathers. So the period in which this promotion runs, it started already on the 10th of July. I know the game hasn't launched yet, but this depends on when you bought the product, of course. And it runs until, what does it say, Monkit? The 10th of August, or if the keys run out earlier, then it will be shorter, of course, because there is a limited number of keys available. And then the redemption period is from the 24th of July, so that is the day that the game launches, until the 7th of September, or of course until stock lasts. Also, if you have got your game code, make sure to activate it within a year after game launch. So ultimately 24th of July 2026. Otherwise your code will expire. So make sure to do that within a year. So the eligible models can differ per country, but there is a selected number of cases and power supplies. So this is, for example, for the UK. If you scroll down a bit further, Monkit, then you will see the different models that are eligible for the UK, for example. But make sure to check this on your local MSI website so you get the correct information here.
And let's talk about next week's, no, not next week, next live stream.
Next live stream.
Not next week. The next live stream will be on the 30th.
So that's in 2 weeks' time.
Should I tell them what it's going to be about or nah? Nah, I'm going to keep it a secret so you guys will come. Haha.
Now everyone's going to avoid it because now they think it's not going to be interesting. Of course they want to know what you're going to talk about.
No.
Do you already know what you're going to talk about?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So what is it?
Going to talk about our QBs.
Oh, small PCs. That's always.
To be more specific, the QB NUC 1 AI and the QB NUC AI Plus 2 MG. So one has a...
You're already spoiling everything. Basically, they're just two very cool mini PCs. And the rest we will talk about in 2 weeks.
Do you understand why I don't want to talk about what's going to happen next? I will open my mouth and then I'll start talking about what's going to happen. And then before I know, I'm already talking about next week. So no, the next live stream.
Yeah, so 2 weeks' time, my kid will be here. I will not be there.
No, he'll be gone to holiday, on a holiday, right? Yeah.
No, this is like the day in between my business trip too, because I'm going to Taiwan to our headquarters for a visit on Monday. I come back on the 30th in the Netherlands, and I immediately on the 30th leave to Hungary on my holiday. So that's
yeah, he has
gonna
a
be
very
busy.
tight schedule.
Very tight schedule.
Like really, really.
Yeah. So I won't be there. Probably also not the one after because that will be within my holiday. I'll be gone for about a month. But I do have something very cool for you guys when I'm back later in August. So also stay excited for that one.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you, or at least my kid hopes to see you again in 2 weeks' time. Same
See you
place,
guys then.
same time. Thank you for watching today, and goodbye.
Bye-bye.